Landfill waste is responsible for about 11% of global methane emissions. As the global population continues to climb, landfill methane levels are expected to increase. One of the most cost-effective strategies to limit future global warming is to reduce methane emissions, which, in the case of waste, requires better understanding of how landfills emit. The solid waste sector's methane measurement needs are unique from those in oil and gas. Landfills are large, emit from different sources, and airflow around complex topography interferes with measurement. In 2023, FluxLab Research Group established SIMFLEX, the world's only simulation facility for landfill emission experiments, where we evaluate methane measurement tools and validate technologies for the solid waste sector. With support from Environmental Research and Education Foundation, FluxLab designed and implemented the first large-scale, controlled release study mimicking landfill emissions.
It was really challenging to set it, to design it, and to perform it. Comparing with other control release studies that, for example, were done in Colorado, we are doing 100 times higher releases.
Known amounts of methane are released over 20 acres from both point and area sources by pipeline, with programmable flow controllers. The release capacity is large enough to test satellite and aerial tools, while offering sufficient spatial complexity to assess ground and drone-based tools.
For this year's experiment, we have 13 different methodologies participating. We have truck-mounted sensors doing off-site measurements. We have drones using tunable diode laser systems, continuous sensors that are placed on tripods with metal oxide sensors in them, and of course satellites taking measurements as they overpass the site.
SIMFLEX evaluates commercial and developing measurement technologies with quantitative and/or qualitative abilities.
We are measuring methane from the offside when the releases start in the certified time. So we start measuring the methane using the anemometer on the top of the car and using the LGR, this analyzer that we have in a trunk. So when we drive, we are in the plume, and based on the wind direction that it comes, we can see the plume and the methane emission that is happening from the releases that are happening inside the landfill.
Global stakeholders and participants are contributing expertise and measurements that are improving methane measurement technologies, inventory accuracy, regulatory design, best management practices, and global monitoring of landfill emissions, as well as benefiting the management of landfill gas collection systems. Located in Atlantic Canada at St. Francis Xavier University, FluxLab is a methane center of excellence in gas emissions measurement and data processing techniques for quantifying emissions in natural and industrial settings. FluxLab has been involved in ecological gas measurement projects from pole to pole, monitoring design for carbon capture and storage sites, and for much of the past decade, their focus has been methane abatement in oil and gas and solid waste industries. Their research involves technology development, inventory studies, computation, and regulatory design and policy development to help better understand and manage greenhouse gas emissions. Many companies, NGOs, and government departments bring their questions to FluxLab to be answered, with specialized research, facilities, know-how, and proven ability to solve complex problems. In Canada and internationally, FluxLab-SimFlex is using relationships with industry, regulators, technology vendors, and other researchers to help better understand, manage, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions at landfills.